Have you done with bus ticket booking analysis? Yes, Didi. Have you done with bus ticket booking analysis?
Sir, 1 minute.
Okay. Any confusions? Any concept revise require?
Sir, I submitted.
Okay. Yes. Have you done? Let me know when you are done. Okay. Have you posted into the comment or you have submitted?
Comments.
Please post comment into the day 2 because we are doing the analysis. You have posted into the day 3. Just move from day 3 to day 2.
Okay, sir. Sir, I submitted.
Okay. Let me review it. Okay. Bus ticket booking. One comment is there. Okay. Contact management with GSRTC. Okay, bus details, number of seats in bus, route details, availability of seats, add customer details, timing of arrival and departure. Okay, payment details, ticket generations, confirmations of the ticket management, pending state of ticket management. Okay, bus detail is there. Route details. Okay, available of seats. Okay, one things we can edit a driver details along with connection of the driver with particular routes, and conductor details that we can include it out. But at the time of database, we can add it. But this concept is fine. This concept is perfect. If you are developing a GSRTC bus systems, the basic bus system, then this concept is fine. Whenever we are designing data dictionary, then revised concepts can be there. So this is perfect. Just put it into the submissions and submit it. This is fine. Now we are going with the next part, that is a railway reservation system. So what you are supposed to do in a railway reservation systems, there is similarity between bus and railway, but in case of bus we are getting immediate tickets, but in case of railway we are having a waiting kind of things. First waiting will be there, then approval will be there. If it is approval is there, then we can get a ticket, otherwise we are not getting a tickets. Remaining all the concepts are same. Here the trains are there, train routes are there, from destination, from to particular place is there, one particular time is there, all things are common. So approximately almost all things you can copy paste from the bus ticket booking system, except one waiting funda you need to include into the railway reservation systems. Because in a railway, whenever you are booking the tickets, you are not getting a final confirmed ticket. After they are processing some things, then and then we are getting that particular thing. So in a railway, you need to modify the these concepts. Okay, so that railway you can do later on. Okay, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are going with the next part, that is an online e-commerce website. Whenever you are thinking of the online e-commerce website, what will be in your mind? Which websites come into your mind?
Like Amazon, Myntra.
Yes, great. So what is the functionality of Amazon and what is the functionality of Myntra?
Amazon categorize all the products details like clothing. In clothing they separate two parts, men, women's. And
Okay,
in that women parts, they also separate some things like traditional, western.
okay,
So they separated all the products in some section in which you can uh, uh,
yes. So we can say something
means
like,
according to your choice, you can select the things and categorize all the things.
okay, great. So we can say something like a category and subcategory and product.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So Amazon and Myntra is categorize items based on category, subcategory, and then final products will be there. Okay. So whatever the website or mobile applications you are opening, that is of which this is for the customer. So as a customer, you are buying something from the particular Amazon and Myntra. So you are as a opening that website as a customer. How many other websites are there of the Amazon and Myntra other than customer? Do you think that they are having something else other than the customers? Is it required?
Customers, suppliers, vendors.
Okay,
Uh,
suppliers and vendors. That means Amazon is not developing or manufacturing these items. That items is of some suppliers basically.
yes,
So supplier are having some different logins. Have you gone through the supplier login anywhere, anytime?
no, sir.
Okay, that login is totally different. In that login, what they can do, they can upload the products, they can manage their orders, they can deliver their product items. For example, you have purchased mobile from the Amazon. That mobile is not manufactured by the Amazon, it is uploaded by some vendors or suppliers. So that vendor login will be there. Whenever you are buying some mobile, that notification will be goes to the particular vendor or supplier. Vendor or supplier will accept that order. They will pack that order for you, and they will inform the Amazon to take that particular mobile from their warehouse to Amazon's warehouse. Then after, Amazon will deliver it to the customers. So this is the basically process chain. So one customer website is must, another supplier website is must, and finally one admin website is must. Admin is the total owner, that we can see the Amazon itself. So they can manage the customer as well as vendor. For example, customer forgets the password, so they can contact the admin to reset the password. If vendor forgot the password, they can contact the admin to reset the password. If vendors are facing some issue, for example product addition issue, order processing issue, they can contact the admin. Similarly, customer can contact the admin also. So in these e-commerce websites, we have to think of three entities. One is customer, second one is a supplier, and third one is a admin. So you are supposed to write the functionality of all these three. You are not supposed to write the common functionality. In previous sections, you have written the functionality of the common things, only customer base. But here customer is there, supplier is there, and third one is a admin is there. Is this concept clear?
Yes, sir.
Great. So now write it down the functionality for all these three. First customer, then supplier, then admin. Okay. I am giving you 10 minutes for the same. Okay. If you have any questions in between, let me know. Okay, you have submitted the comment. Supplier management, contact supplier of the different kind of products, supplier account, details of all products, bill generate, customer management, customer sign up, login, customer account, payment details, order details, confirmation message. Okay, admin panel, manage account of customer and supplier, manage all products, categories, product. Okay, manage payments. Okay, this is fine, but in this kind of system we will go into the much more depth level, so that each and every functionality you have to mention that you are supposed to implement in a website. Just let me explain the customer module. What you are supposed to do is customer sign up is there, customer login is there, customer change password is there, customer forgot password is there, customer profile management is there, then selection of the product will be there, then cart management is there, online payment is there, payment success page is there, payment failure page is there, then order history will be there, bill details will be there. So you need to include all these things into the customer. Similarly, you need to include much more details for the supplier also. Similarly, for the admin panel, in admin panel case, what we can do else, we can manage customers and suppliers. So we can block some customers, we can block some suppliers, even customer can post some comments, so that we can remove comments from the admin side itself. We can review the product details, we can review supplier wise product selling or customer wise product selling. So that kind of reports can be also there. So you need to revise that all this functionality into this particular sections. So I am giving you 5 more minutes to revise that things, again update it with all detailed functionality. Here, if you are having any trouble thinking, you can take an example of the live websites. You can open that live websites, you can go through it, you can review that what is that exactly. That login is there, change password is there, forgot password is there, profile management is there. You can take some idea from it also. If it is live website is there, it is very good. You can refer that websites, you can check out that websites, and you can get some idea, so that these options can be much more higher. You mentions 5 items into the customer management. Actually, this will be, this should change to 25 items. Similarly, admin panel should have at least 30 to 40 items, and similarly supplier management will be similar to your customer, so almost 20 items should be there. So I am giving more 5 minutes, you can think on it, and you can again post it the comment. Let me know whenever, when you submit the particular new analysis. Okay, you have submitted the comment. Let me review it out. Okay, in customer management, customer sign up, login, password, forgot password, change password, edit profile, list of orders, comments, like or dislike, return products, customer account, payment details, order details, confirmation message. Okay, great. Admin panel, manage accounts of the customer, supplier, manage all product categories, manage payment, review comment, delete comments, block customer, supplier, advertise product, add some offer, manage delivery of products, problem in delivery note. Great. So now you have done the analysis of, we can say, almost 50% functionality of Amazon and Myntra that you have covered up over here. Few things this is missing, but whenever you are developing a database, this can be added, and later on we can develop some complete website using this particular functionality. If you are having functionality on hand, you can easily develop the website, because the syntax all are available with us. Just we need to finalize the functionality before developing any software. So this is fine, this is perfect. Just submit it later on, no issue. Now we are going with a next items, that is a food delivery app. Have you used food delivery app anywhere? Just unmute yourself and let me know. Have you used food delivery app? Hello? Huh. Hello? Is it audible, Siddhi? Hello? 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 Hello?
There is
Yes.
connection problem.
Okay, okay, no problem. Have you used any food delivery app?
Yes, sir. Swiggy.
Okay, great. What is the functionality of Swiggy?
They connect the means all of the restaurant of some limited area.
Okay.
and they collect the customer order and they deliver to the customer.
Okay, great. So the same functionality you are supposed to develop over here. So let me explain the complete concept. One is the customer applications, another one is the delivery boy application, and third one is the admin panel.
And
Customer applications are having the rights to pick some food from the restaurants, that is a nearby restaurants. Okay, then whenever customer is picking some foods from the nearby restaurants, then that notification will be goes to the restaurant owner, so restaurant app will be there again. So restaurant
yes,
owner will accept that order. If they are accepting the order, the system will find a nearby delivery boy for the particular food item delivery. So nearby, all the delivery boy will get a notification immediately, and whoever accept first request, the same delivery boy will be accepted for that particular order. So then after the restaurant will cook the food, and once the food is ready, they will put the particular button that food is ready. So delivery boy will go over there, they will pick that particular things. Before picking that particular foods, delivery boy will convey some random number to restaurant, and restaurant will give the appropriate particular food order, because restaurants are getting many orders in a day. So it is very crucial to identify which order comes from which one. So this is most important for a restaurant to pick the order of the particular customers, that from customer one this order one is came, and we have to give this item to delivery boy one. Then customer two, order two is there, and we have to give this item to delivery boy two. For that, Swiggy and Zomato, they are using one particular unique identifier number, so that delivery boy can convey that numbers to the restaurant, and restaurant can give that items to the particular delivery boy accordingly. Then delivery boy picks that items, they will go to the particular customer. While traveling, customer can view the live location of delivery boy, so they can call the delivery boy, they can guide the delivery boy that our home is located nearby this area, or by this route you can come up easily, something like that. You can have talk with that things, then delivery boy will deliver the item to you. Either you can pay by the cash, or you have pay by the online wallet. If you have paid by the online systems, then payment will goes to the particular admin of
restaurant.
Swiggy. No, payment will goes to the admin of the Swiggy. Then admin of the Swiggy will make a account of the restaurant wise. So later on they will give to the particular restaurant at the end of a month, after deducting their commissions, whatever the commissions are there. In case of you are paying by cash, then payment will goes to the restaurant. So again admin will make a note that this payment is directly goes to the restaurant, so we need to deduct that amount before paying to that particular restaurant. So this kind of arrangement is there. So one is the customer app, another one is a restaurant app, another one is a delivery boy app,
Delivery boy.
and fourth one is
Admin.
admin panel. Great. So you need to do the analysis of all these four. Okay, I am giving you 10 minutes to do the analysis, and just come back with your idea. Okay. In between, if you have any doubts, questions, you can come up. I am taking the break of 10 minutes. I will be back in 10 minutes. So meanwhile, you finish out this functionality and just submit as a comment.